Lucas Ribeiro simply dropped a bombshell afterwards and left the team.
He was a very important player for us at that time, and for him to leave.
Hello and welcome to another episode of SoccerBeat, and with me is Mr. Neo Maema, who is in faraway Tanzania in the city of Dar es Salaam. But before we get on to talking, please subscribe to our channel, like the video, as well as share it as well, because I can assure you that we've got a lot to talk about. Neo Maema, I think I need to know what's going on in Tanzania. But first off, Neo, congratulations on qualifying for the group stages of the African, I beg your pardon, the CAF Champions League. How does it feel?
Firstly, it's an honor to be in your presence, sir, and I thank you for the opportunity. The most important thing, I think, for us as a club, Simba Sport Club, was to qualify for the group stages. And it's another hurdle that we went through twice, actually, against Gaborone United and then Singisha from Swaziland. So for us, it was important to actually qualify. And the mood in camp is good. We can't wait for the group stages. Obviously, you're going to have to tweak a few things, obviously, that we've learned, that the game has taught us, in the past game. So we are very happy to be in this year's group stages. And yeah, we hope for the best for the club.
Simba is one of the top clubs in Africa. And for you to join them, I think it must be a big move for you. But how did you join them in the first place? And is it a loan of a season, or is it a loan for Simba with an option to buy you at the end of the loan period?
For me, to come to Simba, it was actually something that I thought about, going out of the country, challenging myself, not only as a footballer, but as a man, see how other people are living, because I feel like in my career, that's always something that I wanted to experience. So for me, it was mainly of just getting, playing time, to be honest. And I knew that the coming year is not guaranteed, for me to be entitled to play, but also to fight for my place. But in a new environment, this time, Tanzania, it's been difficult, but for me, it's a challenge that I'm willing to, accept first, and make sure that I make the most out of every opportunity that I get. And yeah, it is a loan deal. The details of it, I'm not so sure about it, but I know that at the end of my loan deal, I have to go to the club that I'm still contracted in, which is Mamelodi Sundowns.
You have played a couple of matches already in Tanzania. How are you settling down in Tanzania?
I think the most part of settling for me is actually getting to understand, the league, and our opponents, because that's the most important thing for me, and I've noticed that they're very aggressive, teams, they are very aggressive, they play very quick. And there's something that I also adjusted me a bit in my game, coming from a team that I was very ball orientated. We are always on the ball, we counter press when we have to. Now it's more of being quick in your actions, defensively and offensively. So it's some of the things that I'm still adjusted, and my body's also adjusting very well. The weather is very hot, so I'm still getting, the hang of it. But for me, it's one day at a time, one game at a time. And obviously it's not easy, but I'm still hanging my head above water, making sure that at the end of the day, you have to survive.
Absolutely. Survive you need to do. But it must have been a bittersweet for you when Coach Fadlu Davids brought you and Roshun Direk to Tanzania. And then a few weeks after, he leaves Tanzania, he goes to Morocco. I mean, how was it like? Did he maybe call you guys and tell you that, hey, listen, guys, I'm sorry, I've got a better offer? Or You just heard on the day that he was leaving.
He did call us exactly just how you put it. He did call us. You know, we were in Gaborone and told us, you know what, there's some things that he needed to solve on his side, and he's very sorry for bringing us here and only for him to leave, which I understand because if I'm not wrong, and he will forgive me, is that I think for the bigger part of his career, especially coming from Orlando Pirates, in what I've noted in my investigations about him, you know, before I came to Simba, is that he was an assistant coach. So I think he also has a career to build for himself as a head coach, and he did very well, you know, at Simba, and he explained the game model to me. That's what made me actually, you know, buy into his idea of what he wanted to do this season. And for him to leave, it was sad, you know, because I would have loved to work with him, you know. And there's a lot of things that he taught me in that little space of time, in preseason when we were in Egypt, and also for the first two games, you know, that we played when he was in charge. There's a lot of things that he was really getting out of me, you know, and demanding from me, which I think they are things that will help me in my football. So it was bittersweet because I wanted to work with him, but he also has his own career, and I mean I'm happy for him. And I also told him that maybe God, you know, has his own plans, and you know when it comes to God. And maybe you see, I even told Rushin, I said maybe God saw that we're gonna be more comfortable coming to someone that actually wanted us. So maybe he's making this road, you know, more memorable in terms of him leaving and us staying. So he's gonna get a lot out of us. So we just need to make sure that we work hard. The club, you know, showed faith in us, so we can always build on it and making sure that we help the club in any way that we can.
Talking about Rushin, I'm sure it must be a consolation to have him around, you know, as a compatriot, as a fellow South African, and as a teammate. And then both of you were also together at Sundowns.
Yes, I think it's a huge advantage, you know, not only for us coming back from the same team. I think it's more of his mentality in how he grew. So from what happened at the previous club, and also going to Israel. So he has a bit of a background when it comes to playing outside of the country. So for me, it's something that I'm learning from him, you know, and how he adjusts, and how well he's also, you know, giving himself out in performances for the club. So it shows that anything can be possible, and also we help each other mainly on how to survive, not only survive, but also making sure that we put ourselves, you know, in our careers in the best position, you know. And for to have him here, it's been very good because of we demand a lot from each other. You know, we still do the old things that we know, and his mentality of in putting the thing of winning, you know, winning mentality. And and he is more of a leader, you know, where he plays. And yeah, it's very nice to have him.
You know, now you can tell me, you know, you can tell me, this is just between you and me, you know. Before you came to Simba, there were lots of rumors, you know, doing the rounds that Kaizer Chiefs were also interested. Was it true? Did they approach you, or were you aware that they actually sent somebody, or maybe spoke to your agent that they would be interested in your services? What really happened?
I think I was aware. You know, I think I was aware, and something that my agent also mentioned to me. You know, and I sat down with my family and I told, you know, my family and my agent that I think the only thing that will help me now is actually a complete new environment. You know, and that was my decision being. The new environment is not going to be another club in South Africa. I think it's going to be out of South Africa if I find, you know, an offer. And Simba came at the right time because I was still focusing on Chen that time. And they came and approached, and I saw that it might be good because the only thing that I wanted to push for was Champions League, making sure that I give myself a memorable season to compete and never drop my level in terms of me being a player and making sure that I compete also with the best, in the continent. So that was mainly the reason why I came here. And obviously a lot of uh, uh, talks between me and Coach Fadlu that made me actually consider to come here. So it did happen, but I just felt like this time I just needed a whole different environment, not anything else.
I hear you, Nell. I hear you. And your best memories at Sundowns. What has been your best memories at Mamelodi Sundowns?
I think just sharing the dressing room with the top players in South Africa, arguably one of the best. I won't mention names, but the whole dressing room was just the mentality, the jokes, the laughs, the the winning mentality inside the pitch. How we used to win games, character, that we showed coming back from a goal down. Those were the things that actually highlighted, my time at Sundowns. But most importantly, I was winning the African Champions.
Wow.
The Yeah, like that was for me.
Champions League.
Not the CAF Champions League, the African Cup, the one that
Oh,
we
the
won
African Football
2023.
League.
Yes, yes,
Yes.
yes, yes. For me, that was big because I feel like we had a top group that was hungry for trophies, and winning that one was for me the ultimate. And also winning the league for me for the first time coming from Celtic at in my first season. I think that was also one of the major things that I can be grateful for Sundowns for the opportunity.
And now you were one of the, starters at Mamelodi Sundowns, and we understand that there is a rotation program and all that, but has because you were being used very sparingly lately before you left, has the coach maybe sat you down, Coach Cardoso, and said to you, now, you need to improve here. I want you to do this, or the reason why I'm not playing you is because of ABC. Have you had that kind of decision with the coach?
I think I did have a discussion with the coach. I think I was the one that actually initiated the conversation, and if I remember correctly, if I'm not mistaken, he'll just forgive me. Is that I went to speak to him, and it wasn't mainly about me not playing. I think it was more of me trying to understand the coach that's new, that came into the club, what he expects from me, and how can we move forward, with the relationship of a player coach not being too personal, but just to understand what he expects from me and in the position he wants to play me. So I think I had that, and then we had a good talk, and me not playing. Obviously, it's a bit disappointed or disappointment, but I come from a place where I was constantly getting injured. I wouldn't hold it on anybody else. Why my performances or maybe my game time went less. From the past season and into the season with a new coach, and what he prefers is a type of midfielder that he prefers. And when you're a player, you understand, and then you try to talk, and try to better yourself, keep a positive, keep a smile on your face, making sure that you push, you know. And yeah, we had talks, but obviously it's his decision at the end of the day, who to play. And I just thought that, what, a wise man will know when his time is up, regardless of what's happening. But I just thought that maybe my time might be up, but I was just waiting for the Club World Cup, because it's just a big highlight in one's career, to be in a position, because it's not everybody, that can make it to the stage. So for me, it was just that, and we had talks about it, and then even after the FIFA Club World Cup, I told him that, what, I just feel like my time is up. Not that they approached me telling me that, no, we don't want you anymore. No, they made it clear to me that, what, uh, the sporting director told me that, no, we like you as a player, we don't want you to go. But I felt like, what, it's just something that I needed in my career, And yeah, for the opportunity, I'll always be grateful. But we went to speak to them. My agent well also spoke to them, and then yeah, I'm just glad that we ended off things on very good, good terms, so that nobody's fighting the other one. So yeah, that's what I'm grateful for. That things actually went very smooth.
You spoke about the FIFA Club World Cup. Tell me, how was the experience like for you on a personal note?
I think for me it was good. For me it was something to be very grateful for. I would have loved to play actually. I didn't get the chance to play, but I think the guys that played they actually gave themselves a good chance, and you could see that us as a whole team we were actually fired up. We learned so much, from even the opponents that we were playing against. How they play, how they do things, and I think it's a lesson that we learned at the FIFA Club World Cup, and we saw that what, anything is possible. We can come from anywhere, and compete in the highest level, and that's what you want for your own career. But it was a great experience. The city was also nice. It was very good. Very grateful for the opportunity to be in America, with the club that we love so much, and also with the players that we actually created ourselves this opportunity to be at the FIFA Club World Cup. I think we worked very hard and we deserve to be in that position.
Talking about players and being together and creating opportunities for yourself and all that, Lucas Ribeiro simply dropped a bombshell afterwards and left the team. Did he tell you guys about his intentions to leave? Because honestly, I'm sure most South Africans, most of us didn't expect it to. Did he tell you guys, as his former teammates, that, you know what, guys, I'm leaving? That kind of talk. Did he maybe hint to you guys that he wanted to leave?
No, me personally, I haven't spoken to him. And after the Club World Cup, they gave us like a 3 week, if I'm not mistaken, yeah, 3 week rest.
Yes.
So normally in that time you are with your family, you are going on holiday. So that's the last time that we actually spoke at the FIFA Club World Cup. Because when we returned to South Africa, I think most people that are closer to America, like the South Americans, went straight home, and which is very close for them. And he didn't say anything. I don't think he ever spoke to anyone, because me, I was also surprised, because he was a very important player for us. To be honest, he was a very important player for us at that time, and for him to leave and without knowing anything, I don't know what to comment on that, but
Yeah.
but it caught us all on a surprise, to be honest, just like you said.
Well spoken. Finally, Neo, you have played in South Africa and did exceptionally well. You are now playing in the Tanzanian Premier League. How would you compare the standards of the two countries?
I think in South Africa, I think there are many teams that are very good, and competing in terms of giving a good test to the, I'll say, big teams. And this side, us as Simba, we are a big club, and also Young Africans are also a big club. We have Azam is also a big club here. I think it's more or less, I won't say the same, but the standard here is is different from South Africa, because South Africa, I feel like when it comes to playing pitches, they have like very good playing pitches, and this side is not so good, playing away. But how playing home, it's stadium comfortable, the pitch is good. But in terms of the teams that we play against, it's very physical, it's very physical. They give a good account of themselves. Is fast playing, and it's some of the things that I said I'm adapting to this side,
Yeah.
Regardless of how the level is, just make sure that I get to the pace of the game, because I'm still adapting. We only played 3 league games this far, and yeah, we take it one game at a time.
Thank you so very much, Neo. And believe you me, some of us are watching you online. We do watch some of your games online, and other, channels that are available to see you play. And we are quite happy and quite proud of what you are doing out there in Tanzania. And we wish you nothing but the best.
Thank you so much, sir. It's been an honor.